Oh, here, let's go refill. Stop. We don't want to drink toilet water, do we? Well, for a lot of us, the reality is a lot closer than we think. Let me break it down. Factory farming is one of the largest sources of water pollution in our country, whether you're studying sustainability, business, or even art. This problem affects us all, and as these monopolies of factory farms grow, we pay the consequences. What is factory farming, you may ask? Well, factory farms are giant breeding and caregiving grounds to animals such as cows, chickens, pigs, basically every animal we eat. They're often referred to as CAFOs for concentrated animal feeding operations. Here's a breakdown. Factory farms produce roughly 885 billion pounds of waste in the U.S. alone. Certain farms can produce more waste than entire cities. Cities deal with it no problem though, right? Cities have wastewater treatment plants along with regulations on waste treatment, which CAFOs do not. Let's make that make sense. Instead, they get stored in lagoons, which run off into sources where we get our drinking water. This waste is filled with bacteria, phosphorus, excess nitrogen, and other harmful nutrients. These all flow into different sources of water like streams, lakes, groundwater, and these are where we get our drinking water. A study found that 73% of rivers in the UK contain antibiotic-resistant genes, with agricultural runoff identified as a major contributor. I know that's the UK, but it shows that the problem is worldwide. And 73%, I'm not a math major, but that seems far too high. This is also harmful to water habitats as it causes algae bloom. Algae bloom sucks oxygen out of the water and creates dead zones where little to no fish can survive. There is a 6,000 square mile dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico, which was mainly caused by none other than factory farming. Not to mention, if you ever drink straight from these contaminated waters, you could face major health risks. Certain places along the coast that have CAFOs are in the most danger. Events like hurricanes can spread this harmful waste from these lagoons where all this waste is stored into neighborhood drinking water. Through all this, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We, yes, you and me, can make a difference. A great way of doing this is by supporting local farms. These farms do not generate great amounts of waste like CAFOs do, and some upside to them, they usually have better tasting and more nutritious meat due to their animals' better living conditions. We can also push our universities to use more sustainable food and practices. Finally, the most direct change we can make is to eat less meat. I know it's not the easiest, and for me, it really isn't that easy, but one more meatless meal a day can really add up a lot. There's a huge problem here that needs action. Good news. Action leads to change, and change is what we need. So if you want to drink clean water and protect our environment and live a brighter future, join the movement and help make a change.